up, YouTube? I'm Topaz Jason. I got a pretty good show lined up for you today, man. First, we're going to jump into the news in which Forbes list couples then came out and such, man. And then we're going to jump into this review, this new Meek Mill song with Nicki Minaj on it. And then we're going to jump into an article from downloadpass.com. But before then, let's listen to a brief instrumental from underground producer Rack Lux Beats. For highest paid couples came out, man, in which Jay-Z and Beyonce was on top of that shit, in which they obviously should. They made a lot of fucking headlines and such as well. And you know, I love to see this type of shit, dude. I mean, I'm definitely proud of that, but yet it's a lot like having a black president in office, man. None of this shit is going to trickle down to us coming up or anything like that, man. It's a nice thing to see, but yet most of us are still in a position where we all need to come up, so it's good to see it. But overall, we need to hustle on our own accords. But anyway, on to today's reply. Today's reply is to that Meek Mill featuring Chris Brown and Nicki Minaj. That All Eyes on You, man. And you know what? A lot of people seem to be against the whole, you know, coming out and talking about who you love and pretty much caking up on the track. I got nothing wrong with, you know, speaking about the people that you really love to be with and such, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially when you do it on a solid track like this. Like, honestly, I can see this being a radio hit because, one, they're giving the people what they want to hear, especially these women and such out here who love the gossip, that love to be all up in everybody's relationships and shit, man. They're definitely giving them what they fucking want. And two, it's an excellent beat, man. Chris Brown does the damn thing on the hook, man. I overall love the track, man, except for the fact that they went on ahead and took the Notorious Thug's flow, man, in which that kind of kills me, man. A lot of fans and such out here trying to say, well, you know, they're just paying homage. Like, what the fuck does this track have to do anything about what was being said or nothing in the damn Notorious Thugs? One. Two, if you want to pay homage and respect to Biggie and Bone Thugs, man, then cut them a damn check. You don't have to take what the fuck they talking about, in which these days you're probably gonna cut them a check anyway now. I mean, that aspect of it definitely wore on my patience, man, but overall, I still fuck with the track, man. I still recommend people to go ahead and peep it on out. But anyway, on to today's article from downloadpass.com, and today's article is about album sequels and such, man, because this is what a lot of people like to do. Whenever their careers start to dwindle a little bit and such, man, they go back to the original best work that they put out and say, we gonna do a sequel to this to hype up the fan base, to try to bring the fans back, thinking that, okay, this is gonna bring in more sales, the original sales like I had before. And quite honestly, it just doesn't work like that, man, because once your original buzz and that original fan base begins to dissipate, it doesn't matter if you're trying to go back and redo some shit. Those people are typically just gone. And sadly, for the most part, when people do that, man, the sequel always fucking sucks because you're doing it as an attempt to get back to where you once was instead of just trying to put out great music, you dig? That's why I'm always cautious when you see things like the Marshall Mathers LP2 type shit, in which that project was the personification on why sequels usually fucking suck, dude. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.